jungle, Caps in the mid lane, Reckless on AD carry support Jesus, and their coach, Dylan Falco.
Honestly, a fantastic team. They played through the play-ins, but fighting from the red side in this game, their opponents, it's the Gigabyte Marines, a team that the underdogs coming into this one. Top lane Archie, jungle Levi, mid lane Optimus, AD carry No Way, support Nevin, and their coach Tinikun.
And we know a lot of people are fans. You know, this is a guy who's played 4 different roles competitively over his extremely long career. Yeah, just 3 in 1 entire split. But he...
Oh, that?
He's okay. There you go. I'm going to throw your jungle predictions under the bus. But Archie, though, he's a guy that we talked about, and, you know, he could lose lane, and he probably is kind of expecting to lose lane and not really care about that and trying to, as that's probably a better role for it, and you get a lot more, you know, leeway out of that early on. But here we go. Now we can focus on the Nocturne.
Ooh, all right, and at least to balance it out, Broxa committing himself to an early game play style, not always his strength, and going up against a legend to bring to the table. It feels like they got everything they wanted stylistically. But on the other side for Fnatic, what do they bring? How are they fighting back?
They're bringing a very solid lineup here. It seems much more standard, right? You have front-to-back team fighting you can rely on. You have a powerful early-game jungler that can take advantage of a Nocturne earlier on. We know we're talking about the old super powerful leash there for the Nocturne.
But who leashed Kobe?
They're trying to get him off the table. And lane swaps, we did say it in Champ Select. It's a possibility. Here we go. Gigabyte Marine's going to do this again. Bring it back.
Brought it back in MSI. It's always been a controversial strategy, but they have made it work a couple of times. You can't doubt him 100%. Soaz already struggling. You could see.
It's another way of also getting around, we have a Lulu with no flash that would probably be targeted by the enemy Elise. Now we're going to lane swap. You know, that's not going to take into account a lot of Elise's strengths there in the early game and kind of dissuade them from going for that.
And now we're looking at a duo jungle, top laner and jungler working together to bring it back down to the bottom side of the map.
This is kicking it old school in a way, right? Knowing the Galio can't lane successfully, so they jungle together as you would expect. A big thing that we may see coming out of the Tristan and the Lulu is, okay, the level 1's a bit weak, level 2's a big power spike, so at any moment they could group up, they could go back to the bottom lane. But speaking of grouping up and going to the bottom lane, it's a level 4 Levi.
Yeah, every little bit of experience they squeezed out of the jungle there. Every single last hit did go over to Levi, and then Archie here finally getting one in lane. But Fnatic still focusing on that bottom side. Broxa's here, Caps is on the way. Even though there are wards, it's going to be a party.
Oh, Levi, Archie holding on, TP coming in, Coon going to go wide. Brox is still pushing forward. Coming out, yeah, first blood dropping for Fnatic, and now pulling back. Gigabyte Marines fighting off more than they can chew.
They still have Elise here to continue the dive. Caps is actually going to go for it. Jesus doesn't go down.
Alive, waiting on the roof, but there's a TP coming in behind him.
Oh no.
Are they actually going to be able to grab? Caps needs to retreat. He's completely out of mana. Soaz running. Archie trying to taunt up. No one going to walk in range. They're trying to trade the aggro. It's an absolute mess here on the bottom side.
Remember that this mess is all due to 2 members top side for Gigabyte Marines trying to take down the top turret as well during this chase through the secondary turrets here.
It's not a Maokai.
Oh, they did it. On the other side.
Oh no, Soaz! That's the ignite. Now we know why he takes it. No way's going to grab the kill. Proxy comes over, connects. Fnatic fired back.
I thought you were still talking about the one on bottom side with Archie teleporting in, but top side, Soaz goes down, and there's the extra goal going over.
Soaz, I'm pretty sure he just thought he had Elise a bit closer than she doesn't need to flash in that situation at all.
Just pushing forward, just Hunt comes in, paranoid! 5 minutes into the game!
He is 2 levels higher than anyone else on his team right now. Talk about power leveling there for Levi. Is able to get it off, but Caps wants to answer again. I don't know if they can push the minion wave. Minion has to wait for it.
Trying to make his way out. Taunt comes out, but Reckless is still free hitting. Soaz comes in, finally level 2. That's enough. Caps gets a kill for himself.
Welcome to World Levi's still going.
He's going to grab another one. He might be able to take down Reckless too. He's pushing forward. That's the double for the Nocturne.
And Fnatic are embracing the style a little bit here as continued roams from Caps, being separated like that.
Mid lane. Caps going to get locked up. Optimus level 6 means he can chase down for free, but might not even need to. Rip walk forward, trying to find it. Flash from the auto will shut him down.
And brilliant tanking from Archie as well to ensure the kill is
focus seems to be mid.
Locked him up. That's going to be in trouble. Lulu going to be locked up. Paranoia comes in. Levi moving forward immediately. Caps just gets deleted. Soaz doing what he can to fight back. Going to get knocked back in the end by the Buster shot. Levi tanking blows. Can't afford to take that tower shot, but maybe he'll make it out. Goodbye, baby. Kitty Cat's bringing it home.
Gets in, attack, and he's able to get the kill there. Double little buffs there for Soaz now.
The heal for movement speed. They're just chasing him down. The minion wave going to block any potential cocoons. He leaps right back into the thick of it. Archie is a man without fear because here comes the Kassadin. It wasn't the right call. Looks like it will just be the disengage. Caps, though, man on a mission. In comes Reckless. That's the CC. Takes down Archie.
There's a reason that we evolved to have fear, though. It can be safe to have fear. All right, he ends up going back in, and they do give up a kill, but...
Optimus debating what to do here, but looks like Soaz is going
Here
to be
they go.
pressured out. They need to make a play in the mid lane as Soaz is doomed to fall here. Tries to twist his advance back. A little bit of healing. I don't think he's going to be able to save his way out of that one. No way on a killing spree.
RNG's just the real MVP. Gives the crit for no way as he's about to try and escape under the
They can
structure.
turn this into much bigger and more coordinated fights than just the small skirmishes.
Optimus pushing in, not going to give away that Riptail for free. Looking to chase
Optimus.
down Broxa, but in the middle of three, in comes the Galley. Optimus out to safety.
Oh, no.
No! Riptail taking it away. Has Fanatics back in that one. Now the realm more forward. Archie going to look for the taunt. Only going to connect on two. He should be taken down as well. Reckless going to grab that kill.
Did we say coordinated? Just kidding. Optimus is going to go try and take on all challengers there. And he does not quite get out of swipe range from Shelly. Meanwhile, though, every time there is a fight on the other side, they're pushing turrets.
Here comes the paranoia. In comes Levi. And down goes Soaz.
Even No Way surviving. So right now they're playing the turret game. They're sieging. That was a very long Rift Herald
Effectively,
try.
but Levi here is probably the most effective guy in the entire game so far.
Now looking for the 1v1 with Caps. Does manage to spell shield. Fear comes out. Red buff is ticking. Caps running for his life, but Levi should be able to burn this down. Duskbringer burning him out.
He does so much damage. That's the blue buff now for Levi.
Bit of
Pre-planned strategy as well. They work very hard around Levi. All of his preparation leading into Worlds, and this is one of their many strategies.
Has to be careful here. Is locked up. Spell shield's not going to save him from that. As soon as we praise him, he goes right back down.
They are pushing both lanes on either side of him, but Fnatic are able to collapse. They take down the extremely high-level jungler. 3-2. So, looks like they're still going to get 1-for-1. If Soaz doesn't get them all.
Soaz is trying to start the fight off. Paranoia is available and used immediately, but it looks like Archie is the one who's going to get taken down. Winter War not going to have an effect. It will be the trade back as Levi just rips through Soaz.
A big trade in the end, but it was just the trade. The turret still went down, but that was a reactionary
On the bottom
turret.
side, Tristana going to do a similar jump away, but Jesus goes in.
Now comes the Galley ultimate. We'll see how many knockups he's going to get. Just one. Now trying to find the taunt onto Reckless, but a nice sidestep comes through. Demon wants to make it a safety. Archie pushing forward. Optimus is in the middle of the team. That's a fed Kassadin. Now Reckless is in trouble. No way, has no fear. And Justice is going to get dropped down. He's looking for the door. He flashes forward. That's going to be the shutdown and the triple.
3 big kills, and they are still pushing on the bottom side of the rift.
And all of them onto No Way there. The 5-kill Tristana taking down the inhibitor turret.
TP coming in. Gigabyte Marines doubling down. They got an advantage and they want to push it home. Fnatic on the back foot. Vietnam coming up big on the world stage.
And that's incredible as a reactionary play. Once again, the Gigabyte Marines through vision control, through their ability.
4,000 health.
Pushing in, dropping lower. Paranoia blocking vision into the pit. They can't even see it happen. The Icon going to let him know it came through, but Caps is just going to get burned through immediately. Making the Paladin play to make it out once again. Soaz leaping forward. Reckless still untouched on the backside, but the tanks are already dropping. Fnatic is getting routed. The Baron dropping in the favor of Gigabyte Marines. They'll take a Cat Pajama Man anyway on the back half.
And now they've got minions in bottom side as well that are already on the Nexus turrets. Optimus is chasing Fnatic and trying to delay their backs as they actually circle around, and they were looking to cut off minions maybe, but not going to be the case.
Optimus might be cleaned up, but the rest of the team is moving into the base. Galliol comes down. Maybe he can stop the backs as well. No Way is pushing to the base.
He's looking to end the game right now. If he can stop the teleports, it's over.
TP goes through. Doesn't look like it's going to get canceled. It's Caps versus the world at the moment. The rest of Fnatic caught in a fight. No Way versus Caps. One battle to decide the game, but Broxa is here for backup, and Gigabyte Marines are going to have to bare their teeth and wait for a few more minutes.
Meanwhile, if you look at the mini-map there, they were still... Oh,
No
never mind.
Way, no fear! Moving in, Caps! Gets taken back. Maokai pushing in. Broxa going to get tucked down as well. There's not enough damage to kill the Tristana. No Way is legendary! But still, Gigabyte Marines, they're not quite strong enough to end the game. Soaz, though, just feeding fuel into the fire. Reckless is here with the double drops. That's the triple. He's looking for the quadra. Reckless gets cut down as well. Pento could come out. No Way is hungry for it. The team is there. That's it.
It's a legendary 11-kill Tristana, and Optimus takes the penta. Gigabyte Marines are going to take the game.
Gigabyte Marines taking down the third seed from Europe. A first blow for Vietnam.
Gigabyte Marines from the beginning of the game to the very end. They had a plan and they executed on that strategy. Fnatic left not knowing what to do.
Woo. Yeah, you said it, Kobe. Woo. An insanely high-paced game, and it's been breakneck pace in our first three. This one just topping off. Gigabyte Marines say, hey, you think you can play a fast game? We can do one better. And still, I think we're never prepared for what Gigabyte Marines bring to the table. As much as we prep, as much as we talk about imagination, they always seem to think of something that just feels impossible to anybody else.
They make breaking the meta look so good.
And almost so easy at the same time. There were some hiccups, but ultimately the strategy was sound. And we came into this game and we were like, is it an upset if the Gigabyte Marines can beat Fnatic? I'm not sure it is an upset in the end, and it might be an upset that Fnatic lost.
I can guarantee European fans are upset, Rusty.
Thank you very much, guys, and I'm very excited to talk to Levi again, because what a game that was. And Levi, well, we know you're an incredible jungler, we know you're an incredible Lee Sin, we know you're a good Kha'Zix, but Nocturne, talk to me about the strategy. Did you come up with the pick, and what is the most important thing about playing Nocturne in a game like this?
Thì chúc mừng em chiến thắng ha. Thì được biết là em rất là nổi tiếng với vị tướng như Lee Sin rồi này nọ kia, nhưng mà chưa bao giờ nghe em đánh Nocturne cả. Thì tại sao em biết Nocturne vậy?
Thực sự thì quân bài này là do Archie là người top của đội em đã phát hiện ra vị tướng Nocturne này và đã bảo với mọi người là thử nghiệm nó, và mọi người thấy vị tướng này khá là mạnh nên đã đem vào sử dụng.
Yeah, so actually this strategy actually came from Archie. Archie was the one that discovered this, and then we tested it and it worked.
Yeah, it did work. You crushed them. And when you talk about the team and having the influence on the meta picks and this and that, but I saw something that wasn't so good in team play. Optimus stole the Penta away from Noe in the game at Worlds. What was the calling like? Was he angry at that, or was it all good because you guys just won the game after?
Thì nói một chút về cái combat cuối cùng. Combat cuối cùng thì tự nhiên là mém tới được Penta cho Norway rồi, nhưng mà Optimus lại nhảy vào cướp mất. Thì em nghĩ sao về điều này?
Về tình huống này thì em nghĩ là nếu em có cơ hội thì em cũng sẽ cướp Penta từ Norway.
He said if about this specifically, if I had the chance, I would stole it as well.
Well, it's all fun and games there, but in the context of the World Championship, that is one win, a very important win in this group. We remember you guys from MSI as being a super aggressive team with the new picks, and we see that that is still the case. But what has changed about the Marines coming into this tournament?
Thì hồi MSI hồi xưa thì team mình biết là cái lối đánh rất là táo bạo, biết rất là lạ, đúng không? Thì kỳ này có vẻ như là không có gì thay đổi cả, nhưng mà em có nghĩ là GAM hiện tại và GAM hồi đó có khác nhau gì không?
Em nghĩ là GAM hiện tại so với GAM hồi MSI thì là một phiên bản nâng cấp lên và hoàn thiện hơn, bởi những gì bọn em đã thể hiện thì sẽ làm cho mọi người bất ngờ.
Yeah, so I think this current GAM is the upgraded version of the old GAM, and then we will show more surprise for you guys.
Well, you guys already got 3 wins at MSI. You could just make it to the quarterfinal if you keep playing like this. Do you think it's an advantage, the fact that you guys play so fearless and so aggressive in this best of one scenario?
Em nghĩ là nếu mà em cứ tiếp tục đánh lối đánh táo bạo như vậy thì cái đó có là lợi thế cho em hay không?
Em nghĩ bọn em đã chuẩn bị khá là kỹ càng trước khi chuẩn bị cái lối đánh vậy. Bọn em đã trình diễn cho mọi người một lối đánh táo bạo trước mặt mọi người, nhưng mà bọn em nghĩ là an toàn cho bọn em.
So it's like we prepare a lot of strategy. Even though you guys think this is like reckless, it's like aggressive, I think this is safe for us.
This is safe for the Gigabyte Marines. Well, I can't wait to see what you guys bring. Thank you very much. Super interesting matchup, and we have more action coming up after the break. We'll see who gets clapped in. SKT versus Cloud9 coming up right after this.
Oh, do we have new pictures?
Wow,